Hey there, amazing fans! Before we dive into today's drama, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to us. Now, welcome to another relaxing moment with Sugar Stories. Grab a seat, sit back, relax, and let's journey into the story together. Adora was 7 months pregnant, her belly round and firm, a living reminder of the future she was barely prepared for. Her job at Dusty Spoon Diner wasn't glamorous, but it kept her afloat. The diner sat on the edge of a busy Lagos expressway, a battered establishment that smelled of fried eggs, burnt toast, and desperation. That evening, dark clouds brooded over the city. Thunder rolled in the distance. Adora was wiping down a table when she saw him, a frail figure, stumbling toward the entrance, soaked from the sudden downpour. He wore tattered clothes, his beard matted, his skin weathered and pale. Then, with a quiet thud, he collapsed right in front of the door. "Leave him," her boss shouted from the kitchen. "Junkies like that drop like flies. He'll get up." But something in her heart tugged. She dropped her cloth and ran outside. Her belly made it hard to kneel, but she managed, shielding his body from the rain with her shawl. "Sir, can you hear me?" she asked, tapping his cheek. No response. Her training from a first aid workshop years ago came rushing back. She tilted his head, checked his breathing, nothing. Her hands trembled. She took a deep breath and started CPR. Press. Breathe. Press. Breathe. People had started to gather. Some recorded. Others jeered. But Adora kept going. Then a gasp. The man coughed violently, spitting up water. He blinked at her, eyes hazy. That's when the engines roared. One by one, a fleet of black jeeps appeared out of nowhere, screeching to a stop in front of the diner. Men in black suits jumped out, earpieces in place, guns visible. "Step away from him now," one barked. Adora stood protectively in front of the man. "He needs help," she cried. The suited man looked at the homeless figure, then at Adora. Then he whispered into his earpiece, "Target located. Alive." And a civilian made contact. Adora's heart pounded as 2 agents approached her. "Ma'am, we need you to come with us." "Why?" "What did I do? You saved someone very important. Now you're a part of this." Before she could protest, they carefully escorted her into one of the jeeps. The interior smelled of leather and antiseptic. She looked through the tinted windows, watching the diner disappear. No one said a word during the drive. Her phone was confiscated. Her questions were ignored. Hours later, they reached a gated compound in a lush, remote area. Security cameras blinked. Guards stood stiffly at every entrance. Inside the mansion, marble floors shimmered. Chandeliers glowed above. The man she'd saved lay in a hospital-like bed, cleaned up and barely recognizable. His beard was trimmed, and 4 dripped beside him. Adora gasped. "That's him," she whispered. A tall man in a gray suit approached. "Miss Adora, allow me to introduce you properly. This is Zane Bakwi, billionaire, philanthropist, thought to be dead for 6 months." She nearly fainted. Zane stirred, opened his eyes slowly, and saw her. "She saved me." "Again," he whispered. Adora was stunned. "Again?" Zane looked at her, tears forming. "Please stay. I need to tell you something. It involves your child." The man she saved knew her secret. But how? The next morning, Zane had regained more strength. Adora was seated beside him, her hands resting protectively on her stomach. "You said something about my child. What did you mean?" Zane sighed. "You don't know me, but I know you. Or rather, I knew your mother." Adora's breath caught. "My mother died when I was 16. She saved my life years ago," Zane said softly. "I was shot during a robbery in Makoko. No hospital would help me. Your mother took me in, stitched me up, hid me. Never asked for money." Adora blinked back tears. She remembered her mother's kindness, how people in the neighborhood called her Mama Miracle. "I swore I'd repay her one day," Zane continued. "But when I returned, she was gone. I searched for her family and found you. He paused, eyes resting on her belly. Then I discovered something more. You were pregnant with the child of my brother. Adora gasped. Your brother? Emeka? Zane nodded. He didn't tell you who he was, did he? She shook her head. Emeka had vanished after she told him she was pregnant. He's dead now, Zane said quietly. But his child deserves to be known.
Just then a call came in.
Zane answered, his face tightening. They know she's here, the voice on the line said. She's no longer safe. The baby was born, and the name on the birth certificate changed everything. They escaped in the middle of the night. Zane and Adora, disguised, were driven to a hidden estate by a loyal staff member. Guards surrounded them. But Adora went into labor the moment they arrived. It was chaotic. No time for a doctor. Zane rolled up his sleeves and did what he could, coached by a nurse on the phone. Through sweat and tears, Adora gave birth to a healthy baby boy. She held him, sobbing. Thank you, she whispered. Zane wiped his eyes.
No.
Thank you. Beside her lay a folder. Inside was a birth certificate already signed by legal authorities. Name, Zane Emeka Mbakwe Jr. Adora was stunned. Zane smiled. My brother would have wanted his child protected. I want you both to have the legacy he left behind. The news exploded across media platforms. Woman saves billionaire's life, then births his nephew in secret safe house. Paparazzi hunted her down. News channels begged for interviews. Zane refused all. But 3 days later, a black Jeep pulled up to the safe house. A young girl stepped out, maybe 9 years old. She clutched a pendant identical to Adora's, one her mother gave her. I think we're sisters, the girl whispered. Adora looked at Zane. He nodded slowly. I didn't just find you. I found your whole story. And now, the world will too.